all the games started happening. Leicester City 1, Aston Villa 2, Brentford 3, Southampton 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Wolves 1, Everton 2, Bournemouth 3, Ipswich 1, Fulham 1, West Ham 1, Manchester City 3. Haaland scored a hat-trick. The usual. On Sunday, it was 2-1. Newcastle 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1, Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 1, Manchester United 0, Liverpool 3. Okay, guys, let's start with the early kickoff. It was Arsenal 1, Brighton 1. That game, Arsenal scored in the first half in the game, but they got a Rice got. I don't know what happened in that game. Rice got a second yellow card and he was sent off. That's his first red card of his professional career. Now he was sent off. Arsenal had to sit back and defend their one goal lead. Unfortunately for them, they equalized. Brighton equalized, and that game ended 1-1. John.
Yeah, it was a game that I was surprised with the outcome at the end of the day. If you look at the incidents around how Declan Rice got those two yellow cards, they were both pretentious at best. The first scenario, he went in for a tackle. The player saw the tackle coming, kicked the ball forward, and took the hit. He got his yellow card. The second time in a row, the same player who he tackled in the first leg was recovering the ball. He just moved ahead of the player and just kicked the ball. I don't know what happened. He kicked the ball away from the player. The player ended up giving him another kick on his leg, and went down and got the second yellow card. So I really don't know. But on the whole, Arsenal should have won that game by a mile, because if you look at chances that they couldn't bury in that game, they had over 5-6 chances, clear-cut chances that they should have used to bury, and they didn't bury any of those chances. We saw Havertz missing chances, even though he's exonerated because he scored that beautiful chip over the keeper. Then we now saw Saka missing a couple of those chances. And in those scenarios, I look at those scenarios and I said, if they had a certain someone up front instead of these two guys playing that role, they would have scored more goals. They would have scored more goals in that game. But it is what it is.
Okay, now, so if you look at that game, Arsenal won. Arsenal, did they show character after going one goal down? Because it depends on how you want to see it. Because after going one goal down, they defended that lead. After when they considered that equalizer, they had to introduce Caliafroli in their game, so they had to defend, and they got these two clear chances John was talking about. That Havertz shot and that Saka's. Yeah, so
understand. Now look at it.
That they showed character.
When I said you integrate new players into the team gradually, this is the third game in a row he's been coming in to play the last 30 minutes of the game. That's talking about Calafiori now. The coach is doing a good job introducing him gradually into the team so he can learn to blend with the team, not come and sign players and put them once. But show of character in that game, no, because it started from the coach's mindset. Even if a team like Real Madrid, Barcelona takes a red card, now even if their key player takes a red card, you don't see them taking off attackers for defenders. You don't see them taking off creative minds for counter-attack football. No. They still play the game the way they play. They still play to their strength. They still show.
Even when they are 10 man down.
Even when they are 2 man down.
I disagree. You can't say that on a clear conscience without having any petty thing.
John, about you just mentioned now.
You just can't say that.
You've mentioned Arsenal creating chances, Arsenal doing this. If Arsenal miss a chance, his player has not been clinical enough. But if Arsenal, if Brighton misses a chance, then the keeper is awesome. That is what you just said now. And I'm telling you that if it's about character on that game, they didn't show character. I think they were only playing safe. Now this is what they call safety first measures. Well, we've lost a man, no, let's defend.
If you are a coach, what will you do? You attack and leave Brighton that are good.
They are good on the break. I said it before on the Saturday.
So if you are a coach, you just attack.
You know the funny thing is, Arsenal created about 10 more chances after they went one man down. Yes, irrespective of how they created it, they created far more chances after they went one man down. And the problem here is that they couldn't bury them. We saw the clear-cut chance, Havertz one-on-one with the goalkeeper. We saw the rebound going to Saka. We saw how that one ended up. We saw when they came back in again. Saka down the right.
In that your sentence, give the keeper his flowers.
So at the end of the day, they if you
In
like,
those your sentence,
you
give the
can
keeper
say
his flowers.
you
Don't
can
say
say
Arsenal missed those chances.
no, they
Give the
because
goalkeeper.
they missed
No,
the
give the goal.
chances.
Now you see the problem.
They
Give
missed the chances.
give the
Did
goalkeeper
the goalkeeper
his
do a
flowers.
fantastic job?
Yes.
Yes, he did. But what I'm saying is that rather than say that at the end of the day, one thing you do not understand is that the manager has made his choice. This is how we are going to manage this game to come away with a point or a win if possible, because we are one man down and the players did not fold their hands, they did not drop their head like Manchester United did against Liverpool in that match, because they kept going forward, they kept attacking, they kept trying to score, and that is character. You see that in the way they played and the way they responded when they got when Brighton equalized, when Brighton were trying to break down their defense, and you didn't even give Raya his own flowers too, because in that game Raya got a one-on-one situation and he saved the ball. That's all I'm just saying,
I said
that
when
they did
now
well.
look at when Raya makes a save, he's a fantastic goalkeeper. When the other guy makes a save, it's Arsenal missing the chances. Now you see the character. This is when you judge football like this. I ask myself, are you actually seeing the game for the love of the game? Or are you just seeing the game with a biased mindset?
For the love of the
You're
game,
trying
of
to
course.
manage the game. You're trying to see out if you can get a point from it. That is not showing of character. You sit deep and you send a long ball forward and you hit on the break. That is not showing of character. You come
I think
see,
we have two
you
different
match
contexts and definitions of character in this scenario.
the way you want to see
your
it,
context
the
is
way you
not
want to
the
see it
same
is different
with
from the
mine.
way I
And
want to see it.
Do you know what?
the
Do you know
way
what
we're
I'm
seeing
seeing?
it.
Do you know what I'm seeing? What I'm getting. What Nonso is saying, that Nonso now sees Arsenal as a big team. He thinks that because the only way you can say what he's saying, that they are a big team, because if he's seeing them, probably Arsenal is just Arsenal.
I didn't put them in that stage. They did. You say you're a big team.
Okay,
you're contesting for a trophy. Since you finished second 2 years in a row, you're contesting for the trophy. You need to show up. You get a man down, you still attack, you still play your midfield.
And they did, of course. They did in that game.
Now look at it. You did attack on a break, taking off Odegaard for a defender, taking off this person for defender, taking off most of your players for defenders. Then you wait for the long balls.
John, you cannot succeed as a coach.
John,
you cannot succeed as a coach. I agree with you.
Maybe I do not succeed as a coach, but I would play the way I want to play. The way you want to play is defend and attack at the same time, but make sure you conserve, not concede more goals. You go one man down, you still make sure you show up and show up. They did not show up.
They did.
They only showed up. They did not show up. You understand what I mean by show up? Is let's show up, let's defend. Let's not. I ain't full long ball. I ain't bahana yanelu. And that was where Martinelli got one of the chances he got.
Okay, that game ended 1-1. 1-1 for Arsenal. Arsenal now have two wins and a draw. The same way Brighton, they have 2 wins and a draw. The coach is a fantastic young coach. The coach of Brighton now, he's getting used to the English football. Okay, we have, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Okay, we have some comments here. I'm going to read about this Arsenal game. Different opinions. Emmanuel is saying the review for Arsenal match is the reason European tournaments don't rate them high. Emmanuel is saying, Nonso, everything will change tactics considering who was red carded. That was same Brighton that just shattered Manchester United. He's also saying Odegaard came off for Martinelli, not a defender.
I'm not saying not that sub. I said Odegaard for Martinelli hitting on the break.
Tactical
hitting on the break, hitting Abanebo also. That was what I said.
But
now look at it. Remember, was it 2010? When was Mourinho Real Madrid against Man United? When Nani took the red card, Man United did not go back to defend.
They lost that game.
They lost the game, but they still played their game till the very end.
That's why they lost.
Real Madrid made a sub. Wait now. Real Madrid made a sub. Mourinho saw the red card and made a sub. The sub that was supposed to come was not the sub that came in that game. You saw that, yeah? But still, Man United played their game. 3 years ago, PSG took a red card. I've forgotten the match they were playing, either against Leo. They took a red card. They still played the game and they still won.
Let me see. It depends on the opponent. For example, if you are playing a match,
Leo was contesting for the trophy in that season. It doesn't depend on anything. You play your game.
You can't be irrepressible in this scenario. The main thing is that
you play your game. It's you that want to play. You want to win. You play your game till you get your result.
I'm market for Man you losing that match.
Now mind your business. Now they want to lose.
Simple and short.
See what I want to explain something here for this Arsenal game. No coach in this play. I don't think any coach, depending on how the player you have, you have to change your tactics. Even if you are
Simple.
playing with a Messi, you have to find a way to change your tactics. If you attack a Brighton side that are good in breaks, they will shatter your defense.
Let's not
It's just
forget that
obvious.
midfield was overrun in the first place. It was, and so you have to now make changes to ensure that you are able to see out the game, and that's what
When
it is.
you said
And
the midfield was
fantastic too
overrun,
for them.
which means
getting
there was
a
no
point.
other player. There was no other player who could come in and play in the same midfield position. The midfield was overrun, which means you take a red card. You can't make a sub to come and because it is the way to stop Brighton is you have your 3 defenders stand by always 3. Don't make it more than 3. You have your 3 defenders stand by always. Then you make sure the rest of the players are pushing the other players of the Brighton side out of your half, which Arsenal didn't do. They just allow them play their game so they can end up hitting on the break, which is not. I know. Maybe you say this if you are a coach, you feel, but man, I've coached a team of under 13s, and we went on to win games, even while we're playing against people that were bigger than us.
It's not the same level. It's not the same expertise.
It's
It's not the same thing altogether.
No, with one
that
man.
one doesn't count.
No, with one man down,
That's the point.
but overall,
See,
the mentality was down because these people big pass us.
Everybody has
down.
a plan until you are hit in the face. Everybody has a plan till you are hit in the face.
It was another 13 team playing against another 15 team.
Okay, let's move away from that Arsenal game. It depends on how you want to see character. John thinks Arsenal has showed character. No, so he's hoping. I don't know if that Arsenal didn't show much character. Okay, one more comment here from Emmanuel. He's saying California came on for Trossard and Timber went to the midfield because of his extra legs. That was not a total defensive move. Okay, let's
just playing in defensive midfield is not defender. It's not a short defender.
Character the Western show sorry.
Let's move on.
So
the big game for the weekend for me. It's not that I don't know why we're dwelling much on that Arsenal game.
Okay.
It's a draw.
And the interesting game by 3 p.m. football is Everton versus Bournemouth. Let's talk about that game because Everton went first. They scored the 2 goals.
They were winning 2-0 in 87 minutes.
87 minutes.
87 minutes. I think happened.
They scored and 94 minutes. Bournemouth won that game. That was a crazy game. No, so.
That's what I'm saying. How did it happen? I was seeing the goals and I was like, because Everton were already after 86 minutes, they were already celebrating. The fans were going crazy. The chants kept coming. Then all of a sudden we saw 1 goal, 2 goals, and I'm like, how? Even in my seat, I was feeling dizzy. Like, oh, let them win. Let us come and watch Man City. Let me see how my boys will perform now, with hope. And all of a sudden the games changed and it was 3. And I'm like, how did it happen? How did you guys let your guard down? And I'm like, fine. This is where you say you already won the game and you make that mindset of let's take off the creative minds. Let's put in defenders. Let's see if we can just manage the game or see off the game. And that was what Everton were trying to do in that game. They were trying to see off the game, and Brighton saw that chance and jumped on it. You understand? And it is not. See, this is not me saying Everton. Sean Dyche have always been a side that you know him, na defender coach. But this season he's played a few attacking football here and there. Then Bournemouth just came in and towards the last stages of the game showed up.
Football happens like that sometimes. Okay, let's move over to the other game, John, that happened the last game of the day. It's West Ham 1, Manchester City 3. John is, if you don't know, John is a City fan and also is a West Ham fan.
And the in-house prophet
I keep saying I don't know how he became a West Ham fan, but that game generally, John, Haaland, the usual suspect, scored a hat-trick.
I called it here on the show before the match, and I remember I said it that they were going to get a whooping. Nonso was holding.
You say they go beat them 4-0 plus. Calm down. No hype yourself. No hype yourself.
Was holding out for a draw.
No hype yourself.
I called it direct, same scoreline.
Maybe same scoreline. You said 4-0.
Same scoreline.
We could pull up the clip now.
You said
4-0 and above.
That's just the
you said 4-0 and I said make my boys score goal. Make my boys just score goal. Then we will manage see if Man City will beat us more than 3 goals. Which Haaland scored the hat-trick and that was where the goal ended. And we pressured them to get 1 goal. It's good enough for me because I know that this
side. They didn't even get a goal in the first place. Now. They didn't even get a goal. You guys couldn't even score a goal.
If I'm not Man TSS pressure, you don't go score a goal.
Funny thing is, if you look at that match, you look at possession, you ask, who they home? Who they home? Where the home players? Where are the hammers? Where they? We didn't see them. They were overrun by a flagrant Erling Haaland. 3 goals. Now this is consecutive. This is consistency at its peak. 2 hat-tricks, 3 games, 1 extra goal against Chelsea, 7 goals, and the season has just even the season has not even started. Now, in that game, look at the way they were beating. You just know that this is a City side that is ready for 5 in a row. West Ham, I didn't see any defense. I didn't see any effort. Look at possessions. Possession was 70-30 at their home. Man, at their home. Come on, man.
It was interesting, man. I see. Godwin, believe me, I don't talk this thing before season starts. Say as coach go market, go buy 11 players, we go get struggles. No, me, I know Sabi hide mouth. We played good football. We did good. We showed up in midfield. We mounted pressure and we got a goal. We're trying to get if you know that own goal, we go squam. Because now person pass the ball.
I disagree.
No, you know, just wake up for morning, say me, I just fit to pass by inside your post. They put you pressure. Person pressure you to do mistake. And you did the mistake and you caused the error because it was from a cross or so that made him kick the ball into his neck.
Got the goal, yeah.
So I think if I no pressure you, you no go do that mistake, which means no matter how you play the ball, you're the Man City, you're the big side. I am having like 11 players on my bench that are new to the team, so they are trying to get themselves acquitted together. And I get on the score sheet, man. It's a win for me against Man City. for me to get that, for me to get new coach, 6 new players for the same team they start against Man City. And I score 1 goal, and I get up to 30% ball possession. Man, I get up to 200 passes. 75% of the passes completed. I win.
Okay. That game ended 3-1. Haaland scored his hat-trick. And this is 7th goal of the season. He's firing. I think if that guy stays maybe 7 or 6 seasons in England, he's going to shut up.
No, he's had the third. I think he's ranked number 3 on numbers of hat-tricks scored. I think he's had 8 hat-tricks compared to Hurricane or so in number, and they are sharing that number 3
Even
places.
Henry has 8 too.
So you see, he not the number 3 because he do it for less. Only he played 200 and something matches before he get 8 hat-trick. Haaland just play 90 games.
Crazy.
He don't get problem there for record though.
Okay, we have remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. I have one more comment. Emmanuel is saying, "Atnoso, when will West Ham get their first win?
We win now. Crystal Palace go check record now 2-0. Yeah. We knock them into no good."
Okay, say John, on go na goal.
On go na goal. Check scoreboard 3-1.
Okay, let's move on to Sunday game. Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 1. Everybody was expecting that Chelsea, they scored 7 goals.
You see, when I thought I be the biggest team for London, I know the mistake.
So that they finished that game 1-1.
West Ham are the biggest team for London as it stands now.
For your mind.
Tickets sold last season, now they are use count. Because now if you be big team, you go to sell tickets anyway. And I sell better ticket past any other team for London.
If they sell tickets where they give people BP.
My ticket last season no give people BP. They come show up for match. Man City, at Chelsea yesterday, the same Crystal Palace way I deal with. You understand? I dealt with Crystal Palace in their home, 2-0. Now I deal with Chelsea because that goal from Eze was something to behold. That was a sight to behold. Chelsea, see, we are seeing the format grow in Chelsea. We are seeing the style they want to play. We are seeing everything they want to do. And we are saying this is a good side. This is a good team. But, man, they lack, I don't know what I'll call it now. That final touch in the final third, they lack it. I don't know why. Dribble all you want, but please let your eye be on the post. This guy that plays basketball, Steph Curry, will tell you, I don't aim for the net itself. I aim for the thing that holds the net. So aim for that thing that holds the net. So when you play, it's going on target. Just see the post. Don't see the net behind it. Just see the post at big and aim for it. Because how will you get 3 or 4 successful dribbles in the box 18 and yet you can't find the goalpost? All the strikers that played had at least more than 3 dribbles in box 18. And look, I said this last season. When I talk last season, everybody said a joke. Mateta now they play like saying now world class player. Mateta, Schlop. They play like world class players because when they see all these teams, Man United, Chelsea, their 6 senses go stand. Yes, they go they score goals anyhow. These players are now beginning to show up like world class players, and I'm beginning to get scared for them.
But you see that game yesterday, it just shows you a game of less is more, because Chelsea had all the dribblers, all the fantastic people running into
all the people, all the creative minds,
everything. But if you took away just three of those attacking options and you molded them into one Osimhen or one
Tony,
what's his name,
Ivan Tony,
you
or
have
one
more goals.
or one
Less,
Benjamin
less is
Sesko.
more. I saw that game and I was disappointed for Chelsea. I don't even want to say much. Let them call in and tell us how they are feeling.
Okay, the second game, the Newcastle 2, Sports 1, they lost that game. But let's not go into that. But let's go to the big one. Manchester United losing goals to
You say let's not go
Liverpool.
into the man that said he
Leave,
wins
leave
the
Spurs
second
alone.
season.
Leave Spurs alone.
I usually leave my second
everybody knows
season.
that they are not going to win anything.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay,
But all
Manchester
the same.
United versus Liverpool. That game happened. It was a trashing. It was crazy because it was a one-sided game.
John,
Yes.
anything you say, I agree. My United fans, come for me. Because this is what I was saying the other day, and my United fans, I said this before. My United fans, Mazraoui is better than you see all those balls where Diaz score. When Misaka did, Diaz no go see and score. When they trashed 7-0, I think it was when Misaka was maybe off days happen in football. Cassie's errors, two goals, two errors leading to goals for Casemiro, of his age, for his talent, for all of that. Man, I won't put him. Some players have off days, so yesterday was his off days as well. But what I want to talk about is I saw an introduction of a young lad, though he didn't have the experience like Casemiro, but you saw him win balls, you saw him progress. And yesterday, Kolia, yes, and yesterday you could have seen that Man United yesterday needed a defensive midfielder. Even if not a defensive midfielder, they needed a workhorse in midfield because Delete and Martinez just they pass the ball among themselves. If you're losing 2-0, man, move the ball forward. You pass to Meno try and fake it forward and pass it back to Delete. Then they come back and play in that circle of the four of them in the back. Wan-Bissaka will not do that with you. Scott McTominay will not do that with you. Though Scott McTominay will pass to will always want to look for Bruno Fernandes, but he will not pass back to Martinez. Scotty will not do that with you. He will work to get the balls back. Nobody was trying to get successful tackles on them.
John, that was almost a one-sided game.
Very
My United fans, I wanted to say this. My United fans showed up. I was saying passes completed. My United fans 86% made about 500 passes. 86% of those passes were complete. And I went back to look at the replay because I watched the ball. I couldn't am I dreaming or something? This is 400 and something passes. 78% of them completed. And I went back to watch the game. It was passes between Kobe Meno, Delete, Mazraoui, Kobe Meno, Delete, Mazraoui, Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, then back to Rashford back to in the second half to Bikola to Dalot to. It was just between midfield and defense, no attack. Even when Zeski tried to at least make those runs, Amad Diallo tried to dribble. In the second half, it was in total, Amad Diallo had more touches in the opposition's box than the people that started the game, which means he had more touches in the opposition's half, in the opposition's board, than Rashford and Zeski. Zeski was just 3 clear-cut chances and he missed it. When I said this, I am clear about it. You don't sign in a player and bring him into your starting lineup. You know they work. He never worked before. Calafiori better pass any left back with Arsenal get now. Where he in the bench. You know they work. Until we learn this, until My United fans understand this. They were saying Maguire no good. I don't know. Maguire even did a better job than Delete yesterday. If you ask me, that 30 minutes when Maguire played was like a lifesaver because he made some last-ditch tackles and saved. Delete played 60 minutes. 60 minutes considered 3 goals.
Even if Maguire started, they will consider.
I'm not saying Maguire is better. But I'm just saying it will take time for these players to understand that this is the Premier League and this is the team they are playing for and this is what my teammates plays like. You understand? This is that. Until they learn this is that, they will continue to have problems and Man United fans in their chants.
Look, all I'm going to say on this Man U Liverpool game is that we saw a game where Manchester United defense did not take cognizance of who they are playing with. Okay, How can you hold the ball? You're passing the ball around yourself in your own defense, knowing that this is a Liverpool that are going to come out and play a high press. That are going
to also play from the back.
That also have dangerous wingers and forwards in their lineup that can just pounce off one error and punish you. Then secondly, poor passing forward. It was just terrible for me. They didn't look like a team that even wanted They wanted to draw Liverpool out, but then they couldn't move the ball forward. They couldn't, play a collective game going forward, and they suffered for that. We saw Kobe Mino overrun by Gravenberch in the midfield yesterday.
That was one of his best games so far, man.
It was something else to watch. So but it is what it could have been for, and it probably should have been for, but it is what it is. Manchester United back to the drawing board.
It should have been 5-1.
Liverpool, if you look at Liverpool, okay, let's talk about Ancelotti. What is the difference between Ancelotti Liverpool and Klopp Liverpool?
Plenty things different too.
Yeah,
different.
plenty things.
Plenty things
Number
different.
one.
When
is
we
that-
lose the ball, we no get position, no be the attack. When we lose the ball, all of us are defenders, and from midfield they close the line. From the middle of the park, from the middle of the field, they just close the line. You see Salah dropping into midfield. You see defensive midfielder playing ahead of the strikers, defending from the front line. Then after they get the ball back, everybody can return back to their position and continue to play. With what's it called? You always have pacey attackers. You always have pressure on the opposition half by your attackers. Then gradually, when they lose the ball down to their midfield, their defenders are now beginning to get up, and they allow ball reach their defense line. And slot on now, once we lose the ball, Gravenberch, Dominic be in front of Salah and any other person that is starting in front, be in their front, defend from there. Now, I think that was what Ole did some time ago with Fred and Scott McTominay playing in the front line when Man United lose the ball. Then when they get it back, every other person can go to the front while those two players return to the back. And I think it's a very good play.
For me, the major difference between Klopp and Slots Liverpool, number one, Klopp plays a massive gang press, like reckless gang press. Like that game, they would not have rested till they got 7-0 like back at it. They would have kept pressing, kept pushing, kept scoring for fun and the rest. But Ancelotti is more surgical with his Liverpool. We go in, we get our 3 goals, and then we make sure, and we end the game, and we are more composed. We don't lose our steez. We're on point. We know what we get. We let them know that we are better than them by 1,000 miles, but then we conserve our energy because it's a long season. We wouldn't have seen a lot of the subs we saw under Jurgen Klopp, because Jurgen Klopp would have been on Manchester United's neck till it was 90 minutes. So that's the only difference. But then that's the only difference I could see. But looking at this side now, you have to give kudos to whom kudos is due. You have to give kudos to Salah. Because Salah was a potent threat up front, created 2 goals, that's 2 assists, and then got one for
3
himself
goals
too. That's fantastic. And then he's not even trying to be the star man doing everything, everybody servicing him the ball. Look at the guys he brings on to get the goals. Look at the opportunity he takes. He draws these people out of position, and then they allow them pick on Anna for fun yesterday. It was crazy.
So he said, same old Manchester United, they need to fix up very quickly because the season is long. They have a negative goal difference already, -2. That is crazy. Okay, I'm going to read, before we go on this short break, we are going to read some comments here about this Manchester United game. Emmanuel is saying, Manchester United game is the most one-sided game I have seen this season.
Normally.
He's also saying, where are all the players they bought? See how they missed.
This is the game he
and this is adequate consequence for Ten Hag. You don't know what you have, and
they introduced,
I hope he enjoys his tea this morning.
They presented Ugarte to the fans, so probably Ugarte will start after the international break. Okay, he's also saying, what was Rashford doing till the game ended? He's also saying Onana is likely going to take 92 plus goals.
Emmanuel, calm down.
Okay.
Another goalkeeper
Emmanuel,
that
calm
we've not
down.
gotten into is Ramsdale. Ramsdale got a lot of goals on Saturday.
No good there.
Okay, guys, we're going to go on a quick short break. When we come back, we'll talk La Liga, Serie A, and the Bundesliga. And also, Rangers International played their first game of the season, which ended 0-0. We're going to be talking about all that after this short break.
Hello, Enugu. Have you heard? Volt 104.3 FM is granting small businesses in Enugu a chance to be heard and to be known. Let us help you advertise your business for as low as 2,500 naira per spot. And if you pay 50,000 naira for 20 spots, we will give you 10 spots for free. For more inquiries, visit Volt 104.3 FM at 64 Ozobolo Street by ESBS Junction, Enugu, or call our marketers on 0815-628-5384 or 0816-215-5195.
Volt 104.3 FM. UBA, they give everybody 75 reasons to jolly this season for the UBA Legacy promo. Over 200 million naira don't day when people go win. 75 people get chance to win 1 million naira and even more. Just open UBA savings account, come save at least 5,000 naira inside every month to qualify. The more you save, the more you go win. Just go www.ubagroup.com or dial *919*20#. Make you for start. Terms and conditions dey o. UBA, Africa's Global Bank.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. So let's move on to La Liga. Okay, guys, you can, to join us this conversation with us in the studio, you can call us to tell us how your club fared in the weekend. If you're a Manchester United fan or Liverpool or Arsenal, Chelsea, call us and tell us what you think about the weekend's football.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Okay, from Super.
Okay, Ike, what's your contribution? Ike?
Talking of Maka United, I mean, Man U.
Yes.
They are lucky. It was lucky yesterday because I don't reason why Liverpool didn't score at least 5 goals. But they are lucky. Talking of Chelsea match, it caught the honor of Chelsea once. Because I don't know you don't know anything about the ball. See, last season Chelsea didn't lack anything except number 9, and to at least strengthen their defense. I think 2 defenders and the 1 striker. I could see them. Yeah, it's all everything will be tough. And that man leave everything. Can they buy players left and right? Player we don't need. Look at where he ended. Look at the players where never lose 2 matches. Come they draw Chelsea. That they signed that it's showing that I don't see them doing well this season.
Okay.
You play ball, but to score goal, you be their problem.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that is own contribution. Okay, to call us and join this conversation, the number to call is 0706 048 5853. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, we lost that call. Okay, let's move on to the Spanish La Liga. The game happened on Saturday. I'll give you the score lines first. The results. Barcelona trashed. Oh, okay. Let's take this call before we give you those results. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Name and location, please.
Yeah, I'm calling from Enugu, Odina.
Obina from Enugu. What is your contribution?
Yeah, Liverpool fan.
Oh, Liverpool fan. Oh, welcome to the show.
Thank you. You see, the difference is that I said the difference between Slot and Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp sometimes you see he doesn't mind his defense. He pump you, push you to score more goals, and he play what you call high line of defense. All the defense they move to the forward, trying to score more goals to you. And when you break in counter, you can score them goals. But this man minds his defense. You can see Arnold is defending very, very well now. Unlike before, you move forward, he's not returning back. And when the attacker, a winger, moves to his wing, he can now pull and score goals. But this time, it's cautioning him to mind his defense. He do move forward, but always mind his defense. But Jurgen Klopp move all his wingers, everybody defense to attack. So, and it do cost him sometimes. That's why I see Liverpool cost sometimes. And they come from behind to win. But this coach, that's why they have not conceded any goal this time around. For like 3 matches now. Yeah, and that's why that's the difference. This man minds his defense, then he attack. If he can get like 2 goals, he can now manage his game. But Klopp, we attack you, then get more goals. So that's the difference. Have a nice time.
Thank you very much. Okay, that's the major difference to him. He doesn't want to concede goals. Now imagine playing 3 games, scoring all these goals without even conceding.
Breaking the yoke.
Good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Name and location, please.
Yeah, it's Bishop on the line.
Okay, Bishop. What is your contribution?
It was a very shambolic, bad game for United. Yeah, if you know what I told you on Saturday,
Yes.
I said it, I know. I see it coming, but not like so bad like this. Like, I watched United, my team, for like 90 minutes, nothing to take home. Nothing.
No excuse.
No, it's super shambles. Yes, nothing. It's like, you will say, okay, that this particular place works, this particular player works, the attack zero, the midfield they work, the defense work. So you can't even pick a place to, as in, to exonerate in that game. No, it was that. Understand? Not like I was not expecting that to win, but at least 2-1, 2-0. You know, John, somebody to be that how you say that I will not score. If I maybe call the person with my foot chest, it's not so. It's not so. Yes, and I called. I supported the 2 years. Please, it's possible. It's either they create chances and he's not scoring, or they wait to sit back and wait for a counter when you not see. It was not even the case. The case is that Liverpool outplayed them. Able outplayed you totally. Did you hear what Salah said after?
Yes.
Salah said that's an easy game. And pure easy game for them. Can you imagine? You went to play game and you play an easy game. It's not difficult, like United is not ready to play now. Like the energy is not there. They can't even match Liverpool for like 45 minutes. Like 2-2 or bring your own image in no way. In fact, for now, I think the team is down. Like I wasn't expecting so poor performance. At least the team will lose and lose gallantry. Not like you lose and there's nothing here to see sad and for you.
Okay.
I don't know. The issue is now that we cannot even blame anybody now. For like how many years now, we continue to blame the coaches from Pharmacy retirement or the players or management. Who we start blaming now? I think for the team now, I don't know, but need to watch and see if they can start building or something else, because this the way they are playing is nothing. Because the guy is very terrible performance from there.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Thank you very much. Oh, that's a terrible performance for Manchester United. It was just a crazy game. Okay, guys, let's take this one more call, then we'll go back to La Liga and talk about other sports, other league. Good morning. Hello,
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is Chibike. I'm calling from Agribank.
Okay, Chibike, what is your contribution, Chibike?
Well, honestly speaking, I'm not a Liverpool fan. No.
Okay.
But I'm supposed to go training for Liverpool shoot. You understand? They don't even tell me, say, they go track for me, they go do training. This guy see me this one now. I don't arrange my shoe, arrange everything, I go Liverpool, go do training. I don't know, say they don't transfer their training, go transfer, go do training. Which part can be that one? They make me use transport, go, make I go training. And come and say they come go transport, come do training. I remember I had me tell that coach, say, if you want to go training for that kind of place, maybe they tell me on time now, make I rush, come sharp.
All right, thank you very much.
So, Man U players are the ball boys.
Somebody said, please, Efe, we don't want to play that. We don't want to play Man City. One Liverpool fan. We don't want to play Man City. Just next week, our fixture should be against Man United. So every week we can be playing.
Okay, let's move back to the La Liga. La Liga result that happened throughout the weekend. Barcelona trashing Real Valladolid 7-0. The other game that happened, Athletic Club 0. Atletico Madrid won that game 1-0. Espanyol 2. Rayo Vallecano 1. Leganés 0. Mallorca 1. Valencia playing a 1-1 draw with Villarreal. On Sunday, it was Real Madrid winning their first game. Mbappe scoring his first goal, or his first and second goal of the season, 2-0. Getafe 0, Real Sociedad 0, Sevilla 0, Girona 2, Osasuna 3, Celta Vigo 2, Deportivo Alaves 2, Las Palmas 0. Okay, let's talk about the Barcelona game. They tried it 7-0 and I stayed and slot. And Flick is doing a marvelous, he's doing a fantastic job with Barcelona, John.
4 wins, 4 games, 12 points, 4 points ahead of Real
Real
Madrid.
yes.
Fantastic start, no doubt.
Season
But then,
just the start to calm
yeah,
down.
yeah. But
Real
then,
Madrid,
but then, forget about Madrid right now. Let's talk about Barcelona for 1 minute, okay? Fantastic game, fantastic start. 4 games, 4 wins, 12 points, 4 points ahead of Real Madrid.
Leave Real
Let it
Madrid. Now
sink
I say
in.
let's talk about
Wait,
Barcelona. Talk about
let it sink
Real
in.
Madrid. Season just the
No,
start.
because you're not appreciating.
Remove the Real Madrid from the sentence.
See.
12
You're not
points,
appreciating
4 points ahead of the
Barcelona's
rest.
efforts in the start. You're not appreciating Barcelona's effort in the start. And in that game, we saw a hat trick from Rafinha. Fantastic player. Look at the goals he scored. You also see the way they played up in that match. Fantastic win. So for me, I think Hansi Flick has found a formula that is working right now, and is giving the team a good push for the title. It's still early days, no doubt, but fantastic start for Barcelona. I was impressed with the way they played and the way they scored the goals they got on Saturday.
They managed that game very well.
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
I'm calling from Enugu.
What's your name?
My name is Manchester United. I'm calling for the second time.
Okay, what is your contribution, Manchester United?
Manchester United, that's my name.
Okay.
Since yesterday, I have not eaten.
Please move away from it. I'm hearing something on your in your background. Please, can you move away from that?
The movie.
Okay.
Yes.
See what happened. I'm not happy about this coach. I've been telling you guys about this coach. This man wants to cause a lot of things to the fans.
Okay.
This our coach. I'm tired of that man. If I'm very close to him, I'll fight him.
Look, please don't fight anybody, please.
How can you lose 3-0? 3 games, 2 loss, 1 win. What's going to happen if you meet Manchester City and other top 6 clubs? Yeah? See, I'm sort of weird. I don't know exactly what to say about it. This man is causing a very big havoc in Manchester United. Let them start this match so we can have our peace. Since yesterday, I have not eaten enough.
Sorry about that.
The tempo of the thing, you said, how can you say that and leave the Casemiro? Eh? Don't show up, leave them and send the important player. And you see the result, what is happening now. I'm very, very angry. I'm telling you the truth. If I'm very close to that man,
Calm down, bro.
Well, let me just reserve my words.
All right.
I'm watching him. Sometimes now I'll stop watching their matches. If I watch again, if that match still goes the way it goes yesterday, I will stop watching Manchester United match. How can you lose 3-0 against your Liverpool, which is rival? It is very, very shame. It's not acceptable.
All right, thank you very much.
I'm not happy about it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, no, so let's talk about Real Madrid. Real Madrid on Sunday, they won that game 2 goals to Mbappe scoring that 2 goals. He scored the first goal, then the penalty. Vinicius gave him the second penalty. He scored 2 goals. How do you make of that? Do you think that they have started their season already?
Let the floodgate opens. Now, so is it opens or let the floodgate now open? The floodgate is already open because this is them playing the way they want to play. Now getting in the right positions. Like we said, the pitch is big. Real Betis kind of lost their way because they were kind of I don't know if they were trying to attack a Real Madrid side. Perhaps if you're playing on the break, we understand, but you're trying to attack, you're trying to close up the gap from midfield. Forgetting that these people have pacey wingers, pacey strikers, pacey midfielders, because even Valverde's pace is something to behold. Now you have this pace. They use it to break down the midfield, use it to break down the defense line, and getting Kylian Mbappe on the score sheet, good one. And after the penalty was earned, the ball was given to him, and he slotted it in beautifully. You say this is a player that knows how to score goals, and he started scoring goals. First 2 games for Real Madrid, the past first 3 games, he didn't get on the score sheet. He never get anywhere close to it, and Real Madrid got 1 win and 2. I think he's 1 win, and he didn't score on any of the 3 games they played. It was a good game so far. So I think this is now, you say, Mbappe has been resurrected. He is back to scoring form. This is the opening of the goals.
Okay, let's move on to the Serie A. The Serie A happened on Saturday. On Saturday against Bologna 1, Empoli 1, Lecce 1, Cagliari 0. Napoli winning Parma 2-1. Lazio 2, AC Milan 2. Remember on Friday, Inter won that game comfortably against Atlanta. So Inter they are firing. Okay, if you go on Sunday game, I'm going to give you that result for Sunday game. But if you look at what happened on Saturday, AC Milan drawing 2-2, John. What's happening with AC Milan?
Yeah, I was surprised to see them draw 2-2. I was expecting them to get a win. Couldn't really say why they let those goals in the first place. I really can't say. I was disappointed with that result.
Okay, on Sunday is Genoa 0, Verona 2, Fiorentina 2, Monza 2, Juventus 0, and Roma 0. Udinese 1, and Como, our favorite Como, they didn't score. Another loss for Fabregas. So Udinese are winning that game. 1 goal to the Juventus Roma. It was a flat out game. Nobody was actually doing anything in that game. But let's see what is happening. What is going to happen throughout the season? After this week is international break, and everybody's going to go back and strategize the game.
John said something about AC Milan. This is their third game and no wins.
Yes.
And I'm still asking myself, why would you get in a striker? I think you get in 2 top strikers, Morata and Tammy Abraham, and your wingers are there, and yet you're not getting on the score sheet, or perhaps you're not getting the score sheet, the goals that you need to win games.
Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube and for FM Sports. Okay, let me read some of the comments here before we continue with the Bundesliga. Okay, Emmanuel is saying, finally, Mbappe scored, so we will let him.
I never had a beef with Mbappe not scoring goals.
Let him rest now. Okay, he's also saying the goals are going to start flowing now for him. Okay, Emmanuel is saying, make them sorry for Komuna. Okay, go ahead. Nobody is going to be sorry for anybody. Okay, let's move over to the Bundesliga. It happened on Saturday. In Bruch 0, Borussia Mönchengladbach 2, Werder Bremen 0, Borussia Dortmund 0, Frankfurt 3, Hoffenheim 1, Stuttgart 3, Mainz 3, Holstein Kiel 0, Wolfsburg 2. Bayer Leverkusen lost their first game too.
Yes.
RB Leipzig, they lost their first game since how many years? Almost a season, almost 35 games. So they lost that game against RB Leipzig. 3. So they lost that game. Finally, they lost. Everybody had been expecting them to lose. Now they lost. On Sunday, it's Bayern Munich 0, Freiburg. Bayern Munich 2, Freiburg 0.
Heidenheim winning their game.
Heidenheim winning their game. Okay, let's move on to French Ligue 1. Let's go on French Ligue 1. I'll give you the results of French Ligue 1. Brest 4, Saint-Étienne 0. Montpellier 1, Nantes 3. Toulouse 1, Marseille 3.
Toulouse, they always lose.
1. Then Lille 1, PSG 3. Now, these are the results that happened.
Let's look at top scorers in Europe's top 5. Man United, 3 games, 2 goals. Greenwood, 3 games, 5 goals. And he was, and Rashford is starting games. I don't know how Man United fans now would understand this. These are players you say they are not good enough for the side, or perhaps they are excess requirement, and you let them go, Scott McTominay, Greenwood, and all of that. And the Rashford is starting week in, week out.
But
he won't be surprised if Ten Hag puts Zexki back on the bench.
Started their defense of the title. They played Economy Warriors in Enugu, but that game ended 0-0 also.
Oh, the coach has said what he wants to say. He said that's the pop-up. That's I don't know how to put it. That's the most. I want to put the sentence now, but he said in his words that they've not performed this poorly in the home stadium before, and I think I agree with him, because that game came up flat. They didn't create enough chance. They didn't go forward. They didn't take risk, and it was a problem for me seeing that game as a person. I'm looking at that game and I'm not seeing Rangers take risks, and I see Economy Warriors showing up in midfield, meeting them blow for blow in the middle of the park, and I ask myself, how is that even possible? You understand? Economy Warriors, though they are the champions of the FA Cup, they won the FA Cup, and Enugu Rangers won the league, so they started the season early. I think other people will start next week.
Yeah, they started
next week, but they started the first game. They're supposed to lay a roadmap. This was supposed to be a statement layer that this is the roadmap to our second title, back-to-back trophies, which they did it in that game. And the coach was furious, was furiated with his players, he was furious at himself, and I think he would learn from it. I said this before and I'll say it again. He's a coach that wants to improve on his past performance, and I think he would get that result when they meet again.
Okay, John, if you look at that, Rangers performing in that game, everybody was expecting them to win that game. This is the first game of the season, but 0-0.
Yeah, 0-0. It's a better result for Alkaname Warriors rather than Rangers. I feel like they are still not yet up to 100% fitness. I still feel that with a couple more weeks and a few more games, they'll be at top form and they'll pick up the season really, really nice. For Alkaname Warriors, finally glad to see them in the league and hopefully they can do well. I think one thing they showed was that they were not pushovers and that they are here in the NPFL to do some damage, and so we can expect to see some good football coming out from them.
So do you think that Rangers International can defend this title?
With the performance they put up yesterday, no. But if they are going to build on it, get themselves back to full form, then why not?
Okay, let's see what Rangers International is going to be doing. They played at a 0-0 draw in the first game of the Nigerian Professional League. It started on Saturday. Other games will happen next week. I think they just scheduled them to the defending champions just to play the first game just this weekend. Then next week, everybody else will play their own first game. Okay, the Nigerian under-20 Falcons, they started their tournament, the under-20 tournament yesterday, or early this morning. They won their first game against South Korea, 1-0. So kudos to our Falcons. Hopefully, they go on and win that tournament and bring the trophy back to Nigeria. Okay, guys, thank you for joining us on today's show. Remember, guys, we are live every day on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. Go there, drop your comments. I'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Tomorrow we'll talk about other things about football. Maybe the conclusion of the transfer. Probably get your own thought about how your club fared. They bought a whole lot of players. What do you think that all the players your club bought that they are going to be doing well this season? Or what do you think? Look at Manchester United with all the players they bought. Look at what they are still playing. So tomorrow we're going to open the phone lines for us to talk. We'll talk about the weekend's game and the transfer that just ended. Okay, see you guys tomorrow and have a lovely day. My name is Godwin.
Hello Enugu and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage.
Take a break and enjoy the show.
Sports.
Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a great goal!
Entertainment. News and politics.
Enugu State Governor has assented to the electricity
Gospel.
and let them have dominion. The kingdom of God is within people.
Odinibo.
Awesome programs exclusively on
Volt 104.3 FM.
Hello, Enugu. Have you